Hello, and welcome on along to the second episode of Drathnor Keep. But what happened in the first one? Where did the first episode start? What happened? Where did you go, and what did you do? And why did you do it?
Well, let's start
Fill us in with all.
Let's start with the biggest highlight.
Yeah.
So our biggest
keep us all
highlight
waiting.
was definitely Hugo nearly getting eaten alive by a giant rat.
Well, just jump to the punchline, though, don't you?
Directly in the middle of the session.
That was closer to the end.
How about we start at the beginning as the camera of imagination panned through the upper halls of Drathnor Keep?
Regal Squire Inn!
At the Regal Squire Inn.
The Regal Squire Inn, having drinks, but it was pretty empty, and it's owned by Michael and Rosie.
Cael.
Cael.
Sorry, Mikyala and Rosie, and Iona works there as a waitress. And then we find out that Lady Petronil?
Have you heard? Lady Petronil's Humphrey is gone.
Yes, lost her prize racing rat Humphrey. After speaking to her other rats, we find out that Humphrey was last with Petronil's student, Eldrin.
Can we just take a moment to point out how proud Josh is that he's taken notes for the first time in 2 years?
I would just like to say I was ready to do the
ready
recap
to-
because I also took good notes, but I stayed quiet.
No, he's got
No, this is the first time in 2 years, alright? It's notebook in
Oh.
hand, let's go.
And then we head to Eldrin's room, but the door was left open and no one was there. We speak to a servant as they try to hang a tapestry for Rydian.
He took notes, but totally skipped the bit where you went to Lady Petronil's room.
No, I said that. I said that we spoke to her other rats and they said that Humphrey was last
That
with
did
her
happen in her room,
student.
you're correct, yeah. Okay. You also spoke to her, of course, who blamed Lazy Rizelda Romaine.
Well,
and
I
that was
can't
what
write
happened.
down everything.
To be fair, Michaela didn't write that down either. I'm just assuming Michaela wrote the group notes. It could have been someone else. I'm pretty sure it was Michaela.
It definitely wasn't me.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's Michaela because she's
style.
used bullet points. It's definitely her.
Yeah.
Right.
This was just the mystery, really.
Yeah. So you found somebody hanging a tapestry for who?
Rydian.
Yeah.
But he hadn't seen Humphrey either. I then spoke to a little kid rat. We didn't know it was a kid rat at the time, but he had also not seen Humphrey.
What was his name?
Oh god.
His name was
Charlie.
Yes, Charlie.
And it was at this point that I realised that I have nicknamed the mimic and the rat the same name. You're gonna have to rename the mimic, Michaela.
Okay.
Michaela adopted a baby mimic in our session yesterday, and it was called Charlie after Charlie Chaplin, the mime. And I totally didn't realise I doubled up with with this session. Anyway,
That's
sorry, carry on.
fine.
Josh.
I can think of something fun.
He's Charles now.
And then we head to Lady Remains, who was the rival rat racer, and she's very happy that Humphrey is missing because she recently lost one of the races. So she was not.
Reginald.
Page turn.
Yes. And then we find Eldrin in the library. He's been casting spells on Humphrey and made him too big. And he said that Humphrey is currently in the basement. It's where he left him. So we go to the basement. Humphrey is very giant. He is giant and very hungry and attacks us on sight. But we knock him out, and Eldrin reduces his size. As a reward, the Lady Petronil gives us a favor in court, each except Ragnar, because he landed the final blow, and she was like, "How dare you give my rat a black eye?"
What did
and
she
so-
give Ragnar instead?
I don't know.
Matt, what did she give you instead?
A little statuette.
What does it do?
I don't know. It just stands there.
It looks cute.
No, that's
Stands
not
there.
true.
Look at.
She
It
gave
does
you one.
something I'm unaware.
She gave you a bird statue that chirps, I believe. Is that not the case?
If maybe that is the case. I don't disbelieve
That's what I
you.
wrote
just didn't
down.
know that.
That's what I wrote down. Maybe it wasn't true, but that's what I wrote down. So yes, it does. It is a small bird, wooden toy bird that chirps.
Okay.
From Mr.
and then-
Tumble Twigs.
Yes.
In the toy shop.
And then we head back to the inn. On the way, we find Charlie again.
Smell like fish.
And I befriend him and take him along. And Ragnar flirted with Rosie a little bit. And we also get 20 gold each from doing the mission. I've got 20 here.
It was
No, we
20.
got 20. We got 20 each. 100 divided by 5.
Trying to shortchange us in like every campaign.
They're cheap.
We got 100 gold and there's 5 of us and split it 5 ways.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried to wrangle an extra 20 gold out
Is there
there,
a
but
different
it didn't work.
situation where I've given you guys 75 divided by 5 recently? Yes, Elswith. Okay,
No.
carry on. Ignore me. It's Sunday.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. I'm just
They're all
remembering
bunched
where it was.
together.
Yeah, it does all blend together in my
yeah.
head. Fantastic recap,
And then
Josh.
we had dinner and that was that, as they say.
Okay.
The rest was
Does
history.
anybody have anything to embellish, add, or addend?
Nope, that was fantastic.
Okay. Well, I will. Oh, go on.
Alright.
Okay. Oh, sorry. No. You were complimenting him
The
too.
old ladies were competing, and yeah, they're both cheating at the rat race.
It is very likely that both of them are cheating, and most specifically, Humphrey had already had some enchantments cast on him, which is why Eldrin believed the enlarged enchantment worked so strangely.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we shall go back to live. It is late in the evening at the Regal Squire Inn. You have been celebrating your victory and your excellent... Oh, I've got cat fur in my mouth. You were celebrating your victory. I believe that Ragnar was drinking a pitcher of ale. Is that right? I think that happened.
Probably, yeah.
And you guys
So,
ordered a meal and all sorts else besides. And where is Drathnor Town? No, Regal Squire Inn. That's what I was looking for. Fantastic. Oh look, it should be evening. There we go. Evening upstairs. It's very empty, but you're there. Trust me. And as you are relaxing there for the evening, a page comes up. She is quite short. You'd assume her to be sort of 12 or 13 years old. You don't recognise her. She's just one of the court servants. And she... excuse me.
huh?
I've got a... Olivia? Oh, sorry, I meant to... and then she sort of hesitates for a moment, and then she will bring you over an invitation.
Oh god.
She hands it to you directly. And then she will move over, and I've got Ragnar Stormbane.
That's me.
Okay. And she'll come and hand you an invitation. And then she'll say, Eldrin? Eldrin Pembroke?
He's not
Not
here.
here.
Oh, I was told he would be with you all. Oh,
He
no.
doesn't
You
hang
got
out with
lied
us.
to.
What?
I was told you all together in the library, and then I went all the way to the library, and they told me that you were in the Regal Squire Inn. Oh, well,
Library.
no, but I've been there already. Do we have a Caelharin Harringdon?
That'd be me.
Oh, good.
what's
She
the,
brings you over an
what's the
invitation,
invitation?
hands it to you. I don't know, I'm not invited. She's handing you sealed invitations.
Ah,
And then she'll look
wax
around.
seal?
Oh, yeah. Each one of them is stamped with the mark of Lord Bantus and Lady Felia, which is the sort of green wax with the dark crown, and a strange sort of like symbol that none of you really know what it means. You just know it stands for Drathnor Keep. Alexandra Rayan?
Yes.
Good. She comes over and gives you an invitation. I think that's everyone.
No.
And she...
Are
What
you
about my
using
friend
one?
Hugo?
Oh.
Mhm.
I
Double
don't
check.
think so. What's
Who
the
gave you
surname?
these?
What's the surname?
I forgot.
Wildheart?
Okay, Ragnar.
Oh, yeah. I've got a Mr. Wildheart, and I've got Mr. and Mrs. Wildheart, so this one must be you.
What did she
Okay.
say her name? Sorry.
She's got Mr. and Mrs. Wildheart, and then she's also got Mr. Wildheart.
No, her name. Did she say what her name was?
She's just a page.
No, she's not introduced herself. Thank you.
Maddie.
Thank you, Maddie.
I'm sorry that it was the same as everyone else's. Oh, Scribe Thetis is going to tell me off so badly. Do you know where Eldrin is? Eldrin Penbrook?
His room.
Would be in the keep still, I think.
In his room?
Maybe try his room
I started
again.
there.
Or that lady's room.
I'll leave it in his room.
Yeah, sorry.
Lady? Which lady?
Don't go to the lady.
Oh,
Lady
okay, there's
Petronell's
lots.
his men-
Oh, I've already been to Lady Petronell's. He wasn't there when I knocked.
dear.
Okay, I'll go back up to the keep.
I hope she didn't give you too much trouble.
Not as much trouble as Master Thetis will give me. Have a good evening! And she runs off as you all
Godspeed.
open your invitation. It says,
Say,
you are cordially invited to the Harvestide Ball to be held at Drathnor Keep. Lord Bantus, Lady Felia. And on the back, it states that the Harvestide Festival takes place on the... I think it's Eliant the 30th. Well, technically it's just Harvestide. I think it's after the end of the month. But yes, it takes place on
some special day.
Eliant the 30th. Exactly that. It is a known special day.
Who did you say she got the orders from to give us?
So Scribe Thetis is in charge of all of the pages.
Scribe Thetis.
He is also has been your primary tutor throughout your childhood. So you would know of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just in charge of the pages. Like, he wouldn't have written the invites or anything. Well, he might have done, but it's very unlikely. It's more just he's in charge of the pages himself. As you are looking at these, Iona sort of comes up and, oh, a party, is it?
Another ball.
Oh, good.
Another
That'll be
one.
fun, right?
Quite crowded, very noisy. It'd be rude not to go, but...
You can't not go. Not an option. First of all, we've got a
It'd be very
session, and
rude
secondly,
not
your
to go.
parents will kill you. But one thing that is very different about this ball to all of the previous ones that you guys have been to, you are invited separately. So normally the invitation goes to your parents and includes you. In this particular instance, you are invited separately, and you would know that means you will not be sat with your parents.
We're not kids anymore.
Well. Finally away from mom and dad's table.
I don't like that.
In terms of mum and dad's table, I think some of your parents will be sat higher up than others in the court. So the most important people sit right next to the high table. None of you have ever been sat that close. But some of you may have been sat further away or closer than others. In your childhood, Alex, you were probably sat quite a lot further up than you are now, as a lot of your parents' reputation has diminished because it's just your grandparents now and they don't maintain their reputation. Olivia, there was probably a time where the money put you closer in. And perhaps even now, like, your parents are probably sat higher up than anybody else is here. There have been times at which Ragnar's parents have been honoured more or less highly and less highly, depending on their favourite court. The Wildhearts have always been sat on the edge, even when they're sort of in the middle, because they can just be a bit provincial. And I think probably if your father is at court, Cael, your parents will be sat much higher. But even so, it wouldn't be very high. But while he's away, you know, a single lady and her child are sat like just, you're basically peasants.
And it's
So
a
you-
long trip for him, so...
And so you have 3 days before the ball begins, and you have a couple of decisions to make. As you enjoy your evening, you would know that one thing you will need to do is get your Harvestide outfits either commissioned or adjusted, at least, for your right size. It is the traditional garb is red, gold, and brown. Any mixture of those colors is fine. And it is very traditional, especially for the males, but it can be either to wear or carry the wheat sheaf, which can be a little tiny pin, or you can actually carry wheat. At least 3 years running, Olivia, your parents have made you actually hold the wheat sheaf because they think it's endearing and cute, which probably drove you nuts every year.
Not this year.
Hugo, your parents don't believe in that at all. They think it's a pointless waste of good resources, so they've given you a little tiny wooden pin, which isn't even painted. Ragnar, at one point you probably held a very big wheat sheaf, but these days you've just got a large pin. And as for Alex and Cael, I'm not sure anything specific. It's totally up to you guys.
I've got an idea for what I'd like for mine, but I'm not sure if I'm not sure how expensive this would be to do.
Well, allow me to point you towards your shop document. Because it is very likely that each of your parents would give you a small allowance to go down to the tailors. Probably Rihanna's fine clothier. None of you are important enough to be clothed by Madame Cortatia, who is the sort of court seamstress. So you would need to go and get your outfits at least adjusted by Rihanna, or at least one of Rihanna's servants, more likely, at Rihanna's fine clothier. If you need a link to that, it is in the Roll20 chat now.
Haven't closed it since last week.
Well, that's good.
Good.
I also need to roll my D100 and see what you guys are going to die. Oh, what? It just... Roll20 just rolled dice.
Yeah.
What's the first time that's ever happened to me? Holy shit! Well, that's fucking cool, isn't it? Anyway, that's brand new and makes a really annoying noise, and I'm now going to have to work out how to mute that. Yeah, you guys... you have this evening to finish celebrating and enjoying. Is there anything specific you'll be doing in this evening, or shall we fast forward to the following morning?
Fast forward.
Great. The following morning, each of you has a stipend from your parents for your bull outfit. So I have 40 gold for Hugo.
I will happily take the 40 gold, but I do not need gold for an outfit.
Well, you'll need at least if it's from last year, you'll just need to go and get it adjusted. But it's a shift wave. Oh, it's a shift wave? Okay, great. So in that case, they'll say, well, maybe you need to buy some shoes, or a hat, or a wreath of flowers, or.
I'd like to look for a like, I don't know if you'll know what I mean when I describe this, or if I'm thinking of the wrong name, but like a box hat. You know what I mean?
The hell's a box hat?
A top hat?
No.
Do you have any other details?
Yeah, let me see if I can actually find what I mean.
No, if I search box hat, what I get is boxes to put hats in.
That's what I got.
That's what you call a hat.
I
box,
mean,
or a
like,
box hat.
you know what Jackie
Yeah,
wore when the prisoner got shot?
Okay, those one of little accessory hats.
I have no clue what you're talking about still.
Rounded hat.
Yeah.
That.
Like Russian hats?
No.
I mean,
kind of like a little fez.
I mean, like this.
You're not doing us any help right now.
This hat that Jackie O's
I'm on the
wearing.
edge of my seat. I want to see the
pillbox
hat.
hat. It's called a pillbox hat.
Yeah, one of those, but it's got like a little piece of like.
Wow. Jamal
Wow,
hated
it's so upsetting that Jamal left.
He did not like the hat.
Yeah, so it's like that, but it's got like a bit of string coming out. It's got like a tassel on the end.
Like a
A
bell,
fez.
like a bell keep
A
hat?
Like a
fez
fez.
is what you're looking
Oh, dear.
for.
The more you describe it, the more it sounds like a fez.
I don't know what a fez is, but I believe you.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, I need the string to be a little bit longer.
Oh, that's what Aladdin wears.
That's not what Aladdin wears.
Yes, it is.
Yes, that.
His
But I
doesn't
want
have the string.
Yeah, Josh, that is a fez.
Yeah, I want the string that's attached to the tassel to be longer.
Okay, so it's a fez with a ponytail.
Oh,
A
great.
fez with a rat tail.
That's
Okay.
basically what Jackie O's wearing.
So that's 40 gold is your stipend to go get yourself a hat, maybe some better shoes. Ragnar,
That's fun.
your parents will give you 6 gold.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, I could buy myself a nice treat.
rich.
But they have got a jacket. They have got you a jacket already.
Aww.
Nice.
It's more as Matt, you would know that your parents have more given you 6 gold to go and spend on whatever it is you're going to spend on, because they totally don't trust you to buy the outfit, and they've already got the outfit sorted.
Wow, they know
so
what's
it's pretty much 6 gold to go play with. They're inevitably expecting it to not come back for whatever it is. Olivia, your parents have given you 200 gold to spend on your outfit.
Now we're talking.
Alex, you've been given 50. And Cael, I'm sort of hesitating a little bit. She's not 100% certain whether you need a new outfit. If you wish to have a new outfit, you need to give me a persuasion check.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, I will try my hardest to persuade Mumsy to splash out a little bit, at least to update a certain part of the outfit, not a complete new
Okay,
one.
so you've said you need some money for some adjustments.
Okay.
In that case, the DC will come down. What did you get?
I got a 15.
In that case, she will give you 35 gold to make adjustments and buy accessories.
Very respectable.
Very nice.
And it is assumed that you will all meet and go down to the town together. So please do that.
Shopping spree.
And I
No,
believe
we're going by ourselves, one
we
at a time.
have a picture of the streets of Drathnor.
Let's all split up immediately.
Yeah. So as your... Oh, the music didn't change, did it? For fuck's sake.
It changed.
Ooh, is we in the Peaky Blinders?
No, I stopped it because it didn't move. It should say Nordic Town right now that it's playing, but it's just not, is it? Nordic City. Let's try. There we go. Is that better?
Light and Magic. What a great picture.
That's Danietta's still. Might and Magic.
Ooh, my favorite NPC.
Oh, we're gonna have to change Roll20 up so that I'm looking at the face, because I've totally forgotten to upload this piece of art. So as you all meet up together, it's probably 9 o'clock, 9:30 in the morning. What's the plan? Are we going for breakfast first? Are we heading somewhere in particular?
Can I bring Clover the Bear in this town? What's the
No.
situation?
No, absolutely
Okay.
not.
Never mind that then.
Well, yes, 100%, but not into the stores is the problem. So you'd have to be like skirting on the outside. It would cause you all manner of complications.
Yeah, why don't we go to Courtney's?
Okay,
Breakfast place?
of course you're going. Courtney's is expensive, but you can go to Courtney's. You can also go to the Regal Squire Inn and get a cheap breakfast.
Oh yeah, we missed their breakfast last time. Let's go get breakfast there.
Ragnar was very disappointed he couldn't have it for dinner. Yep.
Now you can have
Charlie still
breakfast
with
for
me?
breakfast.
Charlie has. Let's go back ever so slightly to Charlie. He would have come home with you the previous night if you would have taken him. What would you have? Well, that sounds ominous. I was going to say what would you have done with him, but
What did you do to him?
He turned into a rat himself.
I probably would have obviously kept the speak with animals up as much as I could. And I probably would have spent a bunch of time just with him as a rat myself. Just like chasing each other, playing rat games, whatever they may be.
yeah. So he is very smart. He can learn things. It will take you 3 days to teach him any trick you wish. But he can already stay and come on his own accord. So the rest is up to you if you wish to
Is
try and
that
teach him.
without being able to speak to him?
Yes, yeah, obviously if you just say to him, can you do this, like he will do that. But you won't always have speak with animals up, which is why I was...
That's why I'm at... Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I wanted.
Sorry, did you guys mention Courtney's? Let me just grab that as well while I'm at it. Yep, what was that, Josh?
I've got an updated Hugo ball out now. It's in the chat.
Thank God he has the fez.
Okay, yeah, just bear with me. Like, art is a problem right now. Everything is taking forever to load.
No problem.
And this is going to break your faces. Harvestide.
God,
What's your fucking character's name? Hugo.
so cool.
There we go. Fantastic. Eventually this shit will load. Yeah, cool. So you guys are going for breakfast at the Regal Square Inn, are you?
Yes.
Yeah, the breakfast plate is speaking to me.
Okay. As you come in the morning, Rosie will sort of look at you and, "Oh, back already?
Hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, breakfast, is it?
Yes, you wouldn't let us have the breakfast plate last night, so...
That's because it was dinner.
Well, I don't see the
Breakfast for
distinction.
dinner sounds wonderful, though. Make a thing
Thank
of that,
you.
really.
No, I don't think we shall.
Like, it'd be wonderful. Love it.
But yeah, you can definitely get this now. And yeah, are you all having the breakfast plate?
Yes.
No, I want the apples and cinnamon.
Ooh,
Apples and
yum.
cinnamon dessert at breakfast. So for most of you, it's 5 silver pieces. And what the fuck is apples and cinnamon? Where's that?
It's 2 silver.
At the bottom.
Oh yes, warmed orchard apples with cinnamon nutmeg crumble. She was sort of
Yep.
That
dessert
sounds
for
like
breakfast.
breakfast
A
to
girl
me.
after my own heart. I've still got some from last night. Isn't it weird? We got dinner for breakfast, but we haven't got breakfast for dinner. Oh, you know.
I can't get breakfast, Iona.
Oh, I'm Rosie, but go carry on.
Oh, I thought it was Iron second. I don't have any silver.
That's okay, Ragnar. We can give you change. If you give me 1 gold piece, I will give you 5 back. 5 silver back.
What's the actual
there's-
conversion? Is it?
There's 10
10
silvers to 1 gold piece.
Okay.
Oh, great. I'll buy 2 breakfast, 1 for me and Clifford. So I'll pay a gold.
I'll buy 2 breakfasts, both for me.
You can just pay 1 gold. You don't need change.
Oh shit.
Well,
give 1
in that
gold.
case, you won't get anything back, but that's okay. Lovely. Okay, so that's 7. God, that's hard maths. Is that right? 7? No, 6.
Yep.
6 breakfasts and 1 crumble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me get those for you.
Thank you.
We need a subfolder, which says alternate art. There we go. Yeah. It takes a little while, but breakfast will come out. For those of you who had the breakfast plate, it is... Oh, I need to find out how to stop it doing that. It is 5 max HP increase. And
This is a long rest.
for Elora, it is a 3 bonus to charisma checks.
Oh.
Whoa.
Gonna get that.
That's checks, right? Not saves, not spell casts or anything clever like that. Right, how do I enable 3D dice? Automatically roll 3D dice. Here we go. If I do this and I click a
Turn that
D20.
right off.
Does it make noises? No. Okay, I actually don't mind the dice rolling. I think that's really cool. But I can't have the fucking sound coming through. That's just a nightmare. Cool. Yep, so with those bonuses, you invest in lovely breakfast and you discuss your outfits and what to do with them. So what are people planning?
Who's yeah, what kind of outfit everyone is
Or more specifically, are you all planning on going to Rihanna's is what I'm getting at.
My mom already got my outfit. She laid it out on the bed.
fantastic.
2 days before the ball?
You can
Yes.
So
to
you
get all
don't
the
lose it.
wrinkles. To get all the wrinkles out.
Ah.
Smart.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. What color are you wearing?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Probably
It's
red.
probably red,
Red.
or
yes.
gold or brown. That's the normal ones, isn't it? Who am I missing? Cael.
I'm gonna get a red dress to show my parents, and then Alex, help me dye the bottom half of it.
I can do that.
Do you guys want to use the tub at the back? We've got an old tub we're chucking out. You could dye it in there.
Are you saying we smell?
Yes, please.
Okay. You can totally keep it as well. Like it's just going now. And it's an old copper tub, but it's got lots of dents in it now. So it's great for dyeing, but absolutely useless for a bathtub because it's just you sit in it and you just feel like dents in you.
All bent out of shape.
Yeah, she said,
This
"Have
was a
I dropped it
beautiful
down the
thing when
stairs
it was
again?"
attacked.
Yeah, but probably like 40 years ago was when it was beautiful. It's had a long life.
So no shame about the recycling of it then.
No, indeed. No, that's all.
right.
Yeah. So is the plan to head down? I didn't mean to put you there, but hey, welcome to the outside of the inn while you're in the middle of eating. It's just a misclick. Are we headed down together to Rihanna's? Is anybody wanting to go somewhere else?
Yeah.
Works for me if we all go.
Are you going to set the stuff in to dye first? Or you're going to need to go and buy the dye first, right?
We're gonna put it in first and then go buy it.
Okay.
No, see,
does
my
Rihanna sell you dye?
parents-
It doesn't.
They wanted to see my dress to make sure I bought something appropriate. So I'm like, "Don't."
I see. Okay, then you'll dye it
red.
after the case. Beautiful. Okay.
Yes.
Well, in that case, I wish I literally spent ages pinning the music to different things, and it just doesn't change anymore. It used to. Anyway, you can head into Rihanna's fine clothier. Are you just all five of you just marching on in?
Oh,
Well,
bit
Yeah,
busy.
I guess so.
Okay.
Looking like-
So, as you enter on in, you will see Rihanna is behind the counter, and she's currently engaged in a conversation with somebody that you recognize. And that is Lady Roselda Romaine. Lady Roselda is
boy.
currently at the desk, and she sort of, no, I want the hats to match exactly. If you can't make it of the same material, Rihanna, then I'll just have to take my business elsewhere. Madame Cortation will clothe me, you know.
Hello, Lady Romaine.
Silence. The adults are talking. She goes back and carries on her conversation, like just completely ignoring you. But you will note that Rihanna sort of points very briefly to a young lady who is in her early 20s who will come over and say, "Good morning. Are you looking to buy new today, or are you looking for adjustments?"
Hello. I'm only looking for adjustments, but I think the rest of us might be looking for something new.
We've got a lot going on for the ball for adjustments, but Marcus has some spare time. And she'll sort of ring a little bell, and after a while, an older man comes downstairs. He's got a pair of glasses on, and then he's got a monocle over the top of one of the pairs of glasses. And he sort of walks with a bit of a stoop, and he comes down and, hello. How can I help you?
Hello.
Sorry, go on, Jamal.
Go on, Cael.
Are you you're the person who you're the person who does the adjustments? Yes.
Oh, many of us do, but I seem to be the only one with any free time.
Well, I'm looking to use this old outfit I used last year, and I'll bring out my last year's outfit.
Upcycling! Wonderful! I do try and encourage it.
Well, I'm not sure. It doesn't fit quite so well this year, so
Oh.
I'll need a few adjustments.
Okay, well, reusing is also important.
And I'd also like to change some of the embroidery details and adjust some of the
Give me an insight check as you say that.
Uh-oh.
insight check. Okay. That's an 8.
Yeah, he's sort of nodding very slowly. Yeah. Right, you want to change the embroidery? Okay. And you need this for Harvestide, do you?
Is the embroidery specifically too much, or
I'm sure we can discuss it and work out exactly what it is you want. Why don't you step into the adjustments room with me, and you can talk me over it in detail. Is anybody proficient in insight that isn't Cael?
Yes.
Give me an
Yes.
insight check, both of you.
Hell no.
Nope.
That is a 15.
19.
Yeah, you would both assume that right now he has the frightened condition. He looks absolutely terrified at the vague prospect of any form of embroidery. And most of you will realize, like, the fact he's got free time means he's, like, way down the pecking order. He probably is used to, like, sewing patches on people's work clothes, maybe, like, bringing up the hem slightly. Cael's trying to get him to do embroidery, and it's just, you know, it might happen. It might not. We'll see how it goes. But this is not going to be anything new to you, Cael. This is definitely exactly the same thing your mum would have done, brought you down here, you know, suggested a few adjustments, got whoever was available, maybe even tried doing it herself. You know, you guys aren't particularly wealthy in comparison to lots of the other nobles, and keeping up with fashion is hard. As he sort of scuttles off with Marcus, the lady looks at you, whose name I had to hand 2 seconds ago, and I've literally thrown it out the window. Did she introduce herself by any chance? No, the girl who came to help you.
No, I don't think she did.
Ugh. Well, anyway, she will sort of look at you and, what about the rest of you? Can I help you at all?
I really need to get a hat.
Oh, we've got lots of hats ready made. Oh, okay, well, we've got 2 hat stands for gentlemen upstairs, and we've got a hat shelf. I can show you round. I just want to find out what the rest of you need, and then I'll make sure that we go and look at the hats together. And
a red dress.
Any
for harvest
red dress
time, you know.
There's plenty of choices. We'll take you up to the second floor.
I don't need anything too crazy.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm sure we can find you something that's delicate and pretty.
Right.
What have you? And she looks to Alex.
I
name's
just want
Gail,
some
by the
adjustments on my.
Oh, I should have sent you with Marcus.
No, that's okay. If there's anybody else available, that'd be just fine.
There's quite a wait. Perhaps for a small stipend, I could take the job myself.
Ooh.
Maybe an
How
extra
small?
3 gold. She gives you a little smile. Okay, brilliant. Let me serve the others, and then I will help you with your adjustments. And what about you, sir? And she looks up at Ragnar.
I already have my suit, but
That's
I do
great.
need something.
What do you need?
Flowers.
Oh.
Right. Okay. We have a few. We have some flower embroidery. I think we've got some of those silk flowers from last year.
No, silly. Real flowers. Not for my
Right.
suit.
I think we'll go to the flower shop after this, right, Ragnar?
Oh.
Is that...
Oh, okay.
They don't have that here.
Sorry. And you can see, like, as Rihanna is listening endlessly to Rosalda Romaine just drivel on, she quite carefully, like, with her foot, pushes a pot plant behind one bit of a dress, just in case Ragnar gets any ideas, because it's got some lovely red flowers on it. And then Gail will turn to you and, well, if I can take the 2 of you upstairs, and she will lead Hugo and Olivia up the stairs. Hugo, she will start with you. She'll take you to the first floor. And she sort of looks at the shelf and looks at you and sort of goes, one moment. And then she will get this sort of, like, it's got 3 steps, a platform, and then it's like, it's on wheels, and it secures up at the top on the shelf. And she, like, hooks it onto the edge of the shelf, and then you can stand on it, and she will move it along with her. Or she will move it along, and then you can walk up it each time, so that you can look at the hat shelf, because it's at hat height for humans.
Yep. Rude. But yeah.
Is how it is. There aren't all that many halflings in town. And then she will also show you that there is a hat stand at the end. But the hat stand at the end for males is like ridiculous hats. There is a huge top hat. I mean, I'm talking like 2 foot. I can't do it because the green screen cuts my hand off, but it's way big. It's like, no, it doesn't matter what I do. It's I have to do that. It's massive. Sort of that tall. There is a massive flamingo feather pink hat with a matching feather boa. There is a really tall, like do you know one of those conical party hats you wear when you're like 6 years old? It's like that, but it's way bigger, and it has like streamers coming all around it. There's a hat with an inbuilt wig. There's lots of very silly hats, whereas the hats on the hat stand are sort of gentlemen's hats, and they're sort of small.
Yes, well,
you've got a bowler hat, a little top hat, all those sorts of hats.
I'll change my shift weave to my ball outfit.
Oh,
I'll
that's a neat trick.
maybe we'll go with this.
Well, we should match it in colour, for sure. I've got this one. I've got this one. Oh, that's a bit ostentatious. She points to sort of a red and gold, almost like crown-like bishop's mitre style hat. And then I've got this one, and she sort of hands you like the fez that you were mentioning. She also hands you like a little sun hat in like sort of straw with a red band around it that matches your outfit, which is a very Harvestide themed outfit. And then she also offers you sort of a red bowler hat with a little wheat sheaf pointing out of it that looks absolutely ridiculous, and will everybody would sort of like let out a little laugh as she shows it to you, and she sort of, this hasn't been a very successful thought, but a couple of years back we were trying to sell these to everybody for the Harvestide ball, and well, one person bought one, but I'm not sure it got worn. Maybe not that one.
Do you think it's okay that I wear orange instead of red?
Well, orange is sort of somewhere between red, brown, and gold, right?
That's what I thought.
I think so. I also think your outfit is, you know, it's very autumnal colours, so it'll do.
Sure.
It's red enough.
Okay, I think I'll take this, and I just drop all the other hats on the floor, and I'm left with the fez.
Oh, lovely. Okay. The DM definitely didn't put hats on this list, did he? No. Okay. 6 gold pieces, please.
Okay. So I've been, reading about haggling. Are you available for that?
That is the best question anybody's ever asked.
Amenable to some haggling.
I'm not sure that's something we do here. The hat has the price tag just inside. Haggling's more a market thing, I think. Although, I mean, I could throw in a little extra for you. I've got something that might be of interest.
What would that be?
And she will say, well, we've got some of this left over, and it's very similar to the colour of your outfit. I don't know what you do with it, but you're more than welcome to it. And she just shows you like a long spool of ribbon that's sort of in the same colour as your cloak.
Whoa.
What would I do?
I have no idea. You might tie it around your hat. You might extend the string of the fez. You might wrap it around your feet and dance with bells. You might give a little bow to Charlie. You might make Clover some braces. I have no idea. 2.5 meters. You can cut it to whatever you want.
To dance with you.
3 times your height, Josh.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
I love that no matter how many times we describe it in any sort of sense, Josh just never retains any concept of length or height measurements.
No, thank you. That's it. You have, I think the book said a deal. You have a deal.
Okay.
Well done.
And madam, if I can take you upstairs. No. I'll be taking the lady upstairs.
That was 6 gold, right, James?
Yep, and Rihanna will sort of step across, and she will look over to you, Olivia, and say, perhaps you might speak to Miss Rayan, is it?
Yep.
Yes.
Perhaps you might speak to Miss Rayan, Cael, about her adjustments. I'll be taking Miss Honeydew upstairs.
Oh boy.
And I'll just piggyback off the previous insight check from you, Alex. You would know that she's clearly identified Olivia as, while she might not be popular, she knows her parents have money. So she wants to make sure you spend it. And then we'll sort of look at you and, come on then, upstairs. Traditional dress, is it today? Gods, this track is boring.
Yeah, something just that screams harvest time.
Right, yeah, of course, because that's what it is, right? Harvest time. So,
Yes.
I think, well, obviously, we won't have a floor-length gown for you because we can't have you trying to dance in that, and besides, it would sort of make you look way too small. Perhaps if we have something pull back at the shoulder, perhaps something with a nice little meringue so that it twirls with you when you dance, shows off your dainty slippers. Perhaps a matching tiara. And we could do a little bit of gold embroidery on it for show you the wheat sheaf demonstration. Maybe low on the shoulders. Wonderful, yes. Have a little corseted top and a meringue bottom. That's lovely. And she sort of reaches in and she pulls out a dress that you immediately know is expensive. It is way more ostentatious than what you were hoping. It's got sort of like it's a silk corset with a sort of like large bow pulling it together, and there's this huge meringue that's sort of like almost as wide as you are tall. And it's like propped up for you to have like, and it's got like matching little dainty slippers. It's in red and it's got gold thread embroidery. She's picked out like a little gold tiara with a red and gold ruby. Like you can see like it's 1,000 gold she's offering you already.
Yeah. Well, maybe this definitely screams harvest time. Maybe just like a notch below that, like a yell or a loud, just a loud voice.
You don't want to stand out?
Oh.
You don't want people to know that you've been clothed in the finest clothing from Rihanna's clothier?
Oh, I'll tell everyone you made it, but just a little less.
But you want a modest piece of my work. Goodness me. Well, somebody's got to outclass Elizabeth and Clementine and the others. I guess it won't be you. Madame Cortatia's got all the best clients this year. Not to mention I've lost Veronica Lavonovixen to some mysterious clothier who I've no idea who she is.
Wow. That's terrible.
I tell you what, dear. You can have whatever the f*** you want. In exactly the way you please. I will give it to you the most modest and plain, boring outfit if that's what you want. The most comfortable of shoes, if you'll do me a simple favour.
Okay.
Find out who the hell is clothing the Lady Lorelei and her daughter.
Clothing Lorelei and her daughter, huh?
You would know Lorelei is the madam of the Dancing Dryad. She is the most esteemed courtesan in the land, and is renowned for looking absolutely spectacular at the ball. She's probably was Rihanna's biggest client, and her daughter are not being clothed by her this year.
Wow, and they're not at the rival either?
No, she knows they're not at Madame Cortatia.
That's kind of scandalous.
Oh, trust me, Madame Cortatia would brag about it. You know that Madame Cortatia and Rihanna Cartrice have had this massive rivalry for years. They are the two seamstresses in the town, and Rihanna Cartrice more is into the sort of the trendy, the slightly more chic, something a little bit more risky, a little bit different. Why don't I have a mouse? Can I have a mouse back, please? Thank you.
This town is our rival.
And Madame Cartrice, Madame Cortatia, who is the sort of noble seamstress, is much more traditional, but she clothes the lord and lady, so it's hard for Rihanna to keep up with that.
I could get to the bottom of that, yeah.
Oh, great! Right, let's find you the perfect outfit. How about this? And she pulls you out an outfit that's like a really like It's quite a simple, typical Harvestide shape. It has lower shoulders, but it's wider shoulders, so it's nothing too special. It has the little wheat sheaf, but it's not in sort of cloth of gold. It's just standard gold spun. It's got like it comes out a little bit, but it's not crazy. It's not too long. It's sort of like sort of ankle length. It's simple. It's elegant. It's well cut, but it's nothing special at all. And she'll say 40 gold.
You have a deal.
Great. Do you need matching shoes?
Oh yeah, might as well get some shoes.
Great. Okay, let's make it 45 here. These will work well. So, Lorelei, the Dancing Dryad, she is prone to gossip, but you'll have to take a tidbit to her to get her involved. What could we? What's not too important that we could let slip?
She wants gossip in exchange for gossip.
She's going to give you a piece of gossip to take to Lorelei to try and exchange it for the relevant gossip.
For the secret.
She'll look at you and say, Maestro Viello is taking someone to the ball for the first time in 20 years. And I know
Wow. Ooh. What is it? Or is that too much?
who. Try and get her to bite without telling her.
Mm-hmm.
But if she won't, it's Caelharin.
Wow.
And you would know that Caelharin is a divorcee.
Ooh.
So it's a little scandalous. In fact, I think she might
Wow.
be someone's mother.
Who is this?
Caelharin.
Yeah, who is it? Who is taking Caelharin?
She's Maestro Varello, the dancing teacher, and the duelist. He's the best dancer in court. He's very
divorced.
well to do.
Not widowed.
No, she is divorced.
Wow.
I'm trying to think whose fucking wife she was. Because she's
Oh,
someone
that's-
relevant's mother. You guys have a little shorthand.
Amberfall?
Amberfall.
Godric's ex-wife? I'm looking at the little document. Anonymous animal.
Nassim's mother. Yes, that's right. So she's Nassim's mother, and she is divorced.
Ooh.
I think. Is that right? Have I made
Is
that up?
Nassim mean to us, I assume?
Yeah, once married to Sir Godric Amberfall. It was a symbol of harmony between elven and human nobility, but the marriage did not succeed.
So much for that.
So you take that to Lorelei and you see what you can find out who's clothing her and her daughter. And if you do, then I will reward you with something quite exciting.
You got a deal.
Not standard clothing. I can quite clearly see that. She says in a very disparaging tone, I can quite clearly see that you don't care too much about appearances.
Well, thank you.
Bitch.
I'm assuming that Ragnar didn't say that.
No, Ragnar's not there.
From 2 floors down. You're the bitch! Alex, you've been pulled aside by Cael, who's looking at you. And, well, it's a shame you're not getting a new gown, but what can I do for you? What sort of adjustments do you like?
Well, actually, I have this, and it fits perfectly, actually. It really could use some updating, especially around the neckline, the shoulders.
Oh, yes, it could. Most definitely. Right, okay. Well, let's see it on you. And she gestures towards a sort of like a curtained-off area where you can change.
Okay, I'll go change.
Oh, well, it's okay. Well, we're taking the hem up, that's for sure. We need a little bit of extension here. She sort of tugs at the corset at the hips and sort of, do you want it a bit tighter? She pulls it in like uncomfortably tightly. So, okay. I suppose not everything can be an illusion. And she sort of makes a few marks, puts a few pins in, and will charge you 15 gold pieces, which includes the stipend for her.
Do they sell any? You mentioned like pins. Do they have any of those here?
Oh, I can sell you a set of pins. Yeah, sure. It's a silver piece.
Sure, thank you.
She gives you 2. Is that what you were hoping for, or do you need like 22?
Bounty of wealth. I just need a pin, like the harvest pin.
Oh, sorry. I thought
Yes,
the
okay,
pins she was
there we
putting
go.
in were adjustment pins so that she could see where you needed the outfit pulled back. Oh, she'll charge you 2 gold pieces.
Okay.
And for a lovely little wheat sheaf brooch.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem. What's the nexties? You guys all sorted?
Everyone's got
did
their
I
outfit?
charge you, Cael? I don't think I did I?
No.
He will charge you 4 silver pieces for the adjustments, and then he will say, I don't think I'm going to manage the embroidery, but I could give a couple of gold pieces to a girl I know she's an apprentice, but she's really quite excellent. If you're willing to part with a couple of extra gold pieces, I can slip them to her and get her to do the work. I'm sure she'll do a great job of it.
I think you're being completely honest with me here.
I don't know. Give me an insight check. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
11.
Ah, yes, I'm totally being completely honest with you. Honest, believe me. You should.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll bite and I'll see how that goes. And if it doesn't go well, I'll have to get a correction from someone else. Then I guess so. See how this goes. I'll give him a couple of gold and see. Actually, no, wait. Before I do, who is this person? This apprentice?
Oh, she's one of the young apprentices. She started a few months back, but she's naturally gifted, I tell you.
Is there any chance I could see her work?
Her work, yes, most definitely. Here, I'll show you.
Sorry.
You'll keep this yourself, right?
Of course.
Oh, good. And he will show. Oh, for fuck's sake! I already had this. I'll upload the second one. He will show you a beautiful sort of on the corset of a dress. There's this very elegant, sort of complex bit of embroidery, and you will note there's a little sign that's up that says "Lady Rihanna's Own," or Rihanna's Own. So I wouldn't say lady. You can see why you need to keep it yourself. So Rihanna is passing this girl's work off as her own.
Wow.
So it's good.
I see.
It's very good. He'll say, 7 gold, and I'll get it done for you.
Well, here's your 7 gold, and you have my silence.
Come and collect it on the morning of Harvestide.
Absolutely.
Have a wonderful day.
You too, and thank you very much.
So the group all reunite. On the way out, you will see the florist just across the road. It's just a stall. It's not an actual store. There's no florist store here, but there is a stall. And her name is Florence. Oh, Florence the florist. How did I do that? To be fair, I've written Florence the Flower Lady, so I suppose it wasn't that much different. But anyway, Florence is selling various different single flowers, which you would know gentlemen will give a single flower to any girl they want to take to the ball. So she's selling like simple pink roses, but you can buy bunches of flowers and other sorts of things should you wish. Ragnar, what are you purchasing? And why?
I need to buy a bushel/bundle of flowers. Should I do it today or wait till the day of the ball? Whatever they're called.
Are they? Who are they for?
Oh,
My mom.
oh, what lovely thought. I can put something aside for you. Perhaps a nice little autumn mix?
Whatever 6 gold can get me.
Oh, we can get you some beautiful bunch of spectacular flowers for 6 gold.
What a good boy.
Okay.
Can I insight check? Are any of these flowers worth 6 gold?
She's got a large bouquet on the side listed for 8 silver pieces.
6 gold felt like a lot.
Ragnar, how about 2 gold, and you can buy your mother some sweets as well.
The Florence sort of looks over. She goes, "Nobody likes a busybody, you know."
Wow. How
That's
rude.
a good idea.
2 gold it is. She's selling you the same bunch of flowers for 2 gold. She was for 6 gold.
I give the 2 gold.
She sort of puts her hand out. No, give me the money when you pick them up.
Oh.
Okay.
She sort of looks over at Alex as if to say, like, you know, did my due diligence.
Can
I give
buy
her like a
single
side,
flower?
like an "I'm watching you."
Patch.
Yeah. After that, guys, what's the plan?
I'm looking to pick up a nice little brooch.
There is 0% chance Jamal is going to ask anything that comes from anywhere other than the place you've left, is he? You can go back to where you've just left, Brianna's fine Caelharin, and you can get one of the harvest pins.
I was actually thinking, would Carol's gold light be able to hook me up with something now?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so you're looking for a brooch, are you, or a pin for the
Yeah,
Ah.
ideally, depending on price, if an actual gold one would be way too excessive, then
30.
A gold-plated one. if
30 gold
that's,
pieces for gold.
possible. Would a gold-plated one work? Would that be?
It looks at
sort
you and
of-
just says, "And who's that?"
30 gold for a brooch, then. Okay, I can use this for more than just a few.
If you want a simple tacky pin, you can go back to Rihanna's, where you came from.
Oh no, I'm not looking for just a tacky one.
Good.
Wow.
30 gold.
Here, Cael, how much do you need? I'll spot you the
I
rest.
can handle this, and I've got the money for this. I'll splurge a little. I'd like to look
Okay, you want a
at least
really nice
little...
pin, huh?
Wouldn't want to have
Yeah,
a tacky
if
one.
Well, if I have a nice looking one, then it can last me quite a while, you know?
Yeah, you can use this for the rest of your life.
Cael the Thrifter. Reusing the old outfit, buying a pin that'll last years. He's
Cael the Thrifty.
He's
Hey, an
thinking ahead.
eye-catching piece can stay an eye-catching piece for a long time. It's like if you buy a fantastic and beautiful watch.
You should have a special piece. You taking a lady to the ball?
Yeah,
I
Cael.
don't believe I am this year.
Yeah, that would have been optimistic. This year? He looks at you. Ah,
Wow.
Who knows? Maybe a few years down the line.
ah.
Wow.
Plenty of
An
time.
optimistic view to the future, not the other way around, I see.
Oh,
But yes,
boy.
30 gold for a fantastic pin.
Oh, sorry. I should have done this very briefly while we were visiting. Just because, I have the art, so I might as well use it. Welcome to Cavil's Goldlight.
Cool.
Just while I have it, I spent way too much time doing this, so I should use it. So yeah, you can buy your pin. Anybody else need anything obscure before? I'm assuming following Olivia.
No, I can't think of anything.
So what's the plan, Olivia? Are you planning on a morning visit to the Dancing Dryad?
Yeah, right? Before it gets busy. Are we allowed in there?
Yes. You're over the age of
Okay.
18, all of you.
That's right.
Quite a lot of the story takes place in places where you need to be 18 for, so that's why I said that was the youngest you could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we're walking, I will sort of just walk beside Ragnar. If you took one of those flowers and gave them to Rosie, you might be able to ask her to come with you to the Harvest Ball.
Wow.
I can't do that. The flowers are from.
Oh, the flowers are for his mum.
I can't ruin the bundle.
Well, then just get one extra, like, single rose when you get there, right? Her name is
But-
Rosie. Won't that be cute?
But you see Ragnar like putting his hands on his forehead. But I already agreed to the deal.
Don't worry, Ragnar. The day of, I'm sure she'll have an extra flower you can buy for, like, not more than a few copper, all right? Don't let her swindle you.
Alex, can you give me a culture check?
Yeah, is Rosie going to be allowed at this party?
It's a -2, but it's a charisma check, so it's a +1.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay,
12.
we're getting somewhere.
With a 12, yeah. You know that people have brought commoners to the ball before. That has definitely happened. You don't know how well it'll be received, but you guys are never well received, so it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't care about propriety.
Yeah, so you should do it. I'm on this. Yes. Let's
Yes,
bring
follow your
Rosie.
heart. Okay.
They hate us anyway, so let's do whatever we want.
With that, Dancing Dryad, you would know that
Yeah.
at this
I'll
point in
tell
time, instead of 11:30 in the morning, this is where they're turning people out. So you can go in and you can dine and you can have conversation, but you can't take a courtesan
Partake.
until later in the day. Yes, this is their time to sleep,
I'll
basically.
tell everyone about my mission to find out who's dressing Lorelai. And
Oh, good. I thought you
your
were just
daughter's
taking us to the brothel.
sorry, I should have prefaced this with we're going there for a reason.
Yeah, why? Olive, what have you got into?
No, hold on. I got a task from Rihanna herself to find out who's
Oh.
dressing. Is it Lady Lorelai or just Lorelai?
Can be either. So she was Lorelai, then she was made a lady. She doesn't call herself a lady. but she does have a noble title. She began her noble house when her daughter was born. It's said that she has many noble bastards to various different... she's in her 3rd century. She's had 5 or 6 children to various different nobles over the years. But when Veronica was born, her daughter, she founded the Vixen household.
Okay, so we want to... Yeah, if we can find out who's dressing Lorelai and Veronica. Veronica's mean to us, I assume.
No.
Ah, well,
Veronica is nothing. She holds herself very separate. She holds herself very separate from everybody else. She doesn't. She spends her time down at the Dancing Dryad. She doesn't come up to court unless it's her ball. She's very much not involved in other noble politics. She holds herself very apart. She's not mean to anybody, but she's not particularly nice to anyone either. She's just aloof. You will know that Elizabeth and Clementine are quite jealous of her stunning beauty. She is by far the most beautiful girl at court, apart from maybe her mother. And her sort of effortless grace. She doesn't put any of the money or the effort or even like attend any of like the noble pursuits to try and, you know, make something of herself. She just is effortlessly better than them, and it drives them nuts.
So if we find out who's dressing her, I bet they'll be so pissed off. We can rub it in their faces, Elizabeth and Clementine.
So you just, all 5 of you heading in?
Yeah,
Why
sure.
not?
Okay.
As we head in, I'd like to, as we look around, let me know if there are any, dwarven men or women.
Okay. You enter into the Dancing Dryad. As you arrive into here, it's sort of intimate. It's refined. It's completely without sort of any... They've held nothing back. There's sort of beautiful oaken floor. There's these lovely, luscious rugs. Shares long and lit fires are in various corners. There's a quiet bar with a curtain in front of the drinks. And standing at the front is this sort of curve bureau. And the only person you can see here is Lorelai herself. And she sort of looks over at you and, well, come on in. It's a bit early for a visit, don't you think?
Early?
In the morning.
Well,
Are you open?
Not to just...
The Dancing Dryad never closes. Were you interested in some cordial or some tea, perhaps?
Tea? We wanted to talk to you specifically. Actually.
Oh. Well, you know I don't sell my services anymore.
Oh, no. I mean, no, I meant...
You will see a sign that literally
all
says shared conversation and tea, 1 hour, no physical contact, 10 gold pieces, on the side. So there is no surprise that she thought that you might actually be talking to her and that Mikyala can't tell what I'm saying, can she?
I love the idea that when she was younger and a group of this size came in, she was like, come on everyone, and it's only now that she's like, all right, I'm running.
Well, you would know that she only stopped selling her services when she founded House Vixen, which was when her daughter was born. Prior to that, she still attends balls on the arms of various rich nobles. Olivia, she told you that she wasn't selling her services, but I've looked at you and you said?
No, sorry. No, I meant talk when I said talk.
Oh, you're here on business. Oh, well, in that case, I guess the tea is free. Gregor! She sort of says, got a little sharply, and a man sort of comes out. He's half-elf. You can see he's got a very low-cut jacket and a sort of pale shirt underneath it. Looks like it could be pulled apart. It's not. It's only held together by its own frills. It's really could be held quite low. He's got a beautiful ruby earring dangling out of one ear, and his hair's a little messed. And he comes out and, yes, my lady, how can I be of assistance? We have customers. Wonderful. Good morning. How are you all? What can I do for you? And she just says, no, they're here to speak to me. We'll have 2 pots of peppermint tea, please. And with that, she will gesture at at a sort of open seating area that's clearly for larger groups. And she sort of very delicately and gracefully sort of sits on the edge of one chair and leans back ever so slightly. And even with Ragnar standing way taller than her, she feels like the tallest person in the room. She sort of looks around at Jamal. So, to what do I owe the pleasure? I don't believe we've met. I'm Lorelei.
Hi. Yeah, thank you. I'm Olivia, Honeydew. You might be
I do know your parents, indeed. I have some of their olives up on the shelf over there. They're wonderful. They're really enjoyable.
Yeah.
You must be the most precious olive all, of course.
Yeah, they love that one.
Sorry.
Well,
I'm sure you've had that joke a million times. So, what can I do for you, dear?
no, it's fine. Well,
Just leave the pot. I'll pour. As Gregor comes over, and she will pour for each of you without asking if you do or don't want. And then she will gesture towards a sort of pitcher of iced water that seems to have manifested of absolutely nowhere. Ice is super expensive to get hold of most of the time, unless you've got magic available. And she'll say, you know, help yourself to water if you'd like. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, dear. You were telling me. Oh, what do I owe the pleasure?
well, you know, the word on the street is harvest coming up and all. You're not getting dressed by. Hold on, I gotta find their names. Lady Rihanna or no, not
Lady Rihanna Cartrice. Well, Rihanna Cartrice or Madame Cortasia.
Yes.
Sorry, I can ping them out. I know that Madame Cortasia is not currently available, but I will ping her out so that she's available.
Oh, cool. This lady's cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you know,
Your
daughter
hero
Veronica, she always
my
looks
Veronica.
the nicest.
Mm.
I'm
Does
just
she?
curious.
I think she will upstage me this year, do you?
Well,
I'm only playing with you.
you know,
Well, word on the street is that Lorelei needs gossip in exchange for gossip. So, what have you got for me?
I did hear a certain someone who hasn't had a date in decades is bringing someone this year.
Maestro Varello.
Wow,
Yes.
you saw right through that.
I've heard that too, though nobody will tell me who his date is.
Probably because it's a little scandalous.
Won't you just find out at the ball?
But to know in advance, Ragnar is everything. And Lorelei always knows, except when she doesn't, which is right now. So, who's it going to be? And where did you find out? That's more interesting to me than... I've got it. If I've got it, will you tell me?
Sure.
You've come from Rihanna's. And she's jealous.
Well,
And of course she would know who Maestro Varello's taking, because she probably is dressing them. Which means it's either somebody from the lower town or somebody out of favour.
you're getting warmer.
My money... Is it Rihanna herself? No, she's far too proper to be seen dancing at the Harvestide. She'd wait for a winter ball.
Mm-hmm.
One might say we share some features. And she sort of puts her hand up and motions towards her pointed ears.
You are getting very warm now.
So the Lady Caelharin is attending a ball on somebody's arm for the first time in 4 years. And Rihanna Cartrice told you. I like you,
Nope.
dear.
You didn't hear that from me, and I
course.
didn't hear that from her.
Of course. The next time you come looking for a compatriot for the evening, or perhaps you need one for the Harvestide Ball, would you like me to provide you with a date for the evening?
Escort.
Wait a minute. I look around for any handsome dwarves.
Oh, I'm sorry, there's nobody available on show this evening, but if you have a particular taste, I'm sure I have a few free courtesans.
No,
I can provide you a
that's
date for the ball.
I look around. Anyone else? Does anyone else want a date? We've got Ragnar.
Oh no, just for you.
Oh.
I particularly like you, Miss Honeydew. You are so...
Well, I appreciate the offer.
Open.
Maybe in the future.
Well,
Thank
let's
you.
say a favour saved. How's that?
Sounds good to me.
I do love a good piece of gossip. Please, try the tea, it's lovely.
I sure will. I could enjoy a peppermint tea. Sounds delicious.
So, who are you taking?
Oh.
And she looks to Ragnar.
You see he's like twiddling his thumbs as he is looking at his hands. He like picks his head up. What?
Who's your date for the ball, dear?
Oh,
Strapping young man like yourself, you must have all the ladies waiting for you.
I'm going with everyone here.
Oh my! Well,
Wait a minute.
that would explain why you don't need a date. That's She looks over at you, Olivia, and she says, "That's a lot of man for you to handle. Are you sure you've got it under control?"
Hold on, I don't want to get into this. Ragnar here is a brother to me. No, we're manifesting a date for
He's
him.
coming as well. Oh, you are? Who's he taking? No. Let me guess. You'll tell me if I've got it right. Oh,
Yeah.
you're manifesting. He hasn't asked her yet.
No, we're working up to it.
It's been 5 years since Rosie attended the ball.
How did you know? Oops.
I was impressed before. I'm very impressed now.
Well, let's just say that
That's so quick.
Mikyala is terrible at keeping his mouth closed. Any time ever, especially during the throes of lovemaking. Not that I have been with him myself in quite a long time, but one of my girls is his favourites, and he often saves up. She resembles his wife, you see. It's quite sad, really.
Oh, that is sad.
But, I know, it is what it is. Everybody needs their own needs met. And how will you be meeting your needs? And she looks to Alex.
Ooh.
Are you with this fine young elven chap, or are you found somebody else, or perhaps you're waiting to be
My
asked?
cousin, no.
Oh, I am ever so sorry. Familial ties are a hell to keep up with in Drathnor sometimes, don't you think?
It's a little messy.
Your cousins?
It's okay, Ragnar. I'll just pat him on the
I nearly had a heart attack.
She just reaches up, gets her a pat. So, are you waiting to be asked?
Oh. No, then yes, I suppose. I'm not expecting anybody to ask.
Are you hoping somebody will
Counting
ask?
on it.
Mm.
No.
Ah, okay. Well, and what of you, young man? She looks to Hugo. You're not taking one of these two fine ladies to the ball? Or are you
Hugo's
also a
still
cousin?
Scanning the room.
There's only the one gentleman, the dishevelled half-elf, and her. That's it.
He turns and he looks very flustered. He's got like his cheeks are very red. What did you say? Sorry.
You're not taking one of these two fine ladies to the ball? Are you a cousin or something, or a brother? No, you're the Wildheart child, right?
Yeah.
So who are you going to be asking somebody to the ball?
I don't know anyone to ask.
Oh. She looks very pointedly at Olivia. Back at you. Not.
I'm looking at my tea.
Are the two of you not compatible?
No.
Just because they're both short doesn't mean they have to go together.
Ah, the friend zone. I see.
And he likes them a little stockier, if you know what I mean.
Ah.
I start like fiddling with like the butt of my shirt as like I go even redder.
I was with a wonderful dwarf in Pozutna, you know. Just the right height, and his beard tickled in astounding ways. He was quite something.
You heard that, Hugo? Quite something.
His name was Roderick, but I called him Rambunctious Roderick. Oh,
Wow.
I'd take another visit there.
Like the rat?
It's been a while. The rat?
I lied, it was Reginald. Ignore me.
Oh, not Reginald. No, goodness me. Oh, you've been speaking with Lady Roselda. Oh, I hear that rat's lost her a lot of money. I keep telling her she should quit while she's only so far behind. Oh, excuse me. And as she turns, the most astoundingly beautiful elven girl looks in a floor-length red ball gown.
Oh.
She sort of, Mother, what do you... Oh! And she immediately sort of puts her hands over her and, no, they can't see me before the ball. And she pulls a curtain like in front of her. And,
Ragnar puts his hands over his face.
I shield my eyes.
oh, you're so gracious. Oh. What are they doing here?
Tradition then?
No, but I want to astound everybody at once.
Yeah, the debut.
Sorry, my daughter is a little nervous about her dress. Just one moment. She'll move over and... Veronica, come on. Oh, that is beautiful. My, that's a wonderful piece. Yes, we've got just the jewellery to go with it. Fabulous. You go upstairs, darling. Don't let anybody see you. Yes. Maybe... Goodness me, that's showing a lot of bosom, don't you think? Well, I suppose it's appropriate. All right, you'll dazzle everybody as always, darling. Here. Go on. And she shows her up to her room and she goes, I'm so sorry for the interruption. Well,
all right.
She's going to be dazzling.
I bet, from what I saw already.
But you saw nothing at all, of course.
Not that I saw anything,
Yeah,
exactly.
Wonderful. So none of you will be needing a date from the Dancing Dryad on the night. Perhaps another ball. You know, we've always got people available to take. And unlike some others, and she makes a sort of side noise, there is nobody who will question your virtue nor your expertise in decision-making. Should you bring one of our courtesans, they're trained to dance, eat, drink, and converse at the finest level, fit in perfectly with nobility, and nobody will question you at all. But perhaps another time.
Do you have a date?
Great question, Ragnar.
One might say that I am working that evening.
What?
My presence has been requested, but I'm not going as a date. Just as company.
For who? My hands are still over my face while I talk.
Oh, you can look now, Ragnar.
It's public knowledge. Mr. Kurkan is in need of a date, and
Kurkan, I know him.
I assure you do.
He doesn't like Danyetta.
Oh.
No, they don't get on. Kurkan is a newer diplomat to the court, you will all have seen him multiple times at various places. He sits at the high table. He's Lord Bantus's one of his closest advisors.
Whoa.
Will everyone be there? All of the court members?
Oh, who's to say? I would assume so. I mean, some may not. I'm sure Yuzore will bless the proceedings, but I'm not sure she'll be in full attendance, although there's no Druid this year, which I just think, frankly, is a complete improvement.
Oh.
That man last year spouted a load of nonsense and put the whole year's whole year's crops out of kilter, from what I heard from the farmers. I think he could have just spoke a blessing and moved on. Anyway, I'm sure you've got far more important places to be.
No.
Oh.
No, but
Did you get an answer to your question, Olive?
no. So, are you willing to share who is preparing your lovely dresses for the evening?
Well, they brought me some juicy gossip, and I do think you're quite pleasant to converse with. I will tell you only this. She is in-house.
Oh, wow. That's very
That's all I can say, I'm afraid.
In what house?
This house.
This isn't a house.
Actually, Ragnar, it's quite commonly known as the House of Pleasure, not even a.
Oh. So you did it yourself.
Perhaps. I have many skills to my bow, but I'm not quite...
you, then who?
Indeed. If not I, then... I'm afraid that's as much as I can tell you, Miss Honeydew.
What if we pay you?
Goodness me, Ragnar, no. The only way you could truly pay me is with something equally secretive.
Do I have any secrets? I look around.
Only about, like, rat races, I think.
Oh, yeah. Lady Petronil and Rosalda Romaine both cheat with their rats.
I'm sure they do.
I don't think that's a secret.
She smiles.
They cast magic on
The only
them.
thing that's unknown is the extent of it, and I don't think most people would be all that interested.
Well, the next time we have a good secret, you know who to bring it to.
Indeed. But you must get ready for the ball. Only a couple of days.
Right.
You've got dresses to buy, shoes to buy, ribbons to tie, hair to have done.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
wonderful. I love a good ball, don't you?
That to look forward to. Oh yeah. Totally.
Well, get to it then. It's been a total pleasure. You're always welcome back. And don't forget, I owe you a favour, Miss Honeydew.
I won't. It's right here in the group note.
You may take 10 experience points.
Woo!
Before finding out...
Sorry, go on.
Going to take one less experience point? That's fine with me. Lorelei, for finding out that Lorelai's seamstress is in-house. And female, worth mentioning. She did
And a
very
lady.
pointedly say she. You're going to take one less of what, Josh? I'm assuming it's not XP.
No, I'm going to take one last glance before, as we leave.
As you do so, she just leans down to you. Looking for someone in particular?
I don't know anyone here.
Perhaps you'd like to?
Mm.
If you're seeking something interesting, you should come back in the evening. Bring a little gold.
What do you mean interesting?
Well, somebody who might sate your appetites, or perhaps even bring them to light. Somebody who can share your company and make you feel warm and welcome and special for the evening.
I go bright red and rush out the door.
That applies to all of you. You're seeking good company.
Look,
It can always
keep
be
that in
found here.
mind.
So you should. It's a good way to learn before you get married.
Oh. Thank you for your hospitality.
Always.
Thank you, but I'm not ready for that just yet, so I'll have to decline.
That's ourselves. Always too slow to take our joys.
Fair. Alright, let's roll.
Okay.
No, walk.
Anything specific you guys would like to do?
Specific. Well, do you think Brianna will give me anything for that we found out? Is that enough info for her?
She would certainly like whatever info you've got.
Okay. I'll take that back.
Okay. You head back to Rihanna's, and she was sort of like, she went, "Oh, so quickly. Look at you. The expert."
That's right. Well, she was still being a little coy about it, but you know what?
That's understandable.
Found out it's someone in-house at the Dancing Dryad. That's what it's called.
She's having her dresses sewn by a whore?
Mm-hmm.
Ragnar laughs out loud.
And a female one. So, that narrows it down a little.
Either that, or they've got someone who's going to be doing all of their outfits.
You think she's hired somebody from somewhere else? Brought them in? Under wraps? That would make far more sense. Surely no whore would be selling her body if she could sew well enough to dress Lorelei.
Maybe they just...
Her view on
discovered
courtesans is
talent.
incredibly unusual in Drathnor.
Oh, I see.
You would say she's way more prudish than anyone you've spoken to, and like the word whore is almost never bandied about unless it's implying a whorehouse in Maladeth, which is known to be quite cheap and full of diseases and stuff like that.
Well, sometimes people discover talents for things they didn't know they had.
Sweetie, you don't discover the ability to sew dresses. You learn and you practice and you work damn hard at it. Nevertheless, I appreciate your work. I think I have something just for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
And she will go and get you a very simple wooden ring.
Whoa. Thanks. What is this?
Well, you didn't want too much attention, and I thought perhaps you might want the ability to occasionally speak to your friends without getting noticed. This is a ring of message. It sends message 3 times a day.
Ooh.
I think if you search manufactory ring, it might bring up a message one. There might not be a message one. I think there is, though.
Let's see. Oh, yep, sure is.
Yeah, cool. So just that. Simple wooden band. And,
Cool. Thank you.
you're most welcome.
Oh, no, this one has 7 charge.
Oh, that's fine. You can have 7 charges
Oh.
instead. I think it's 7, but it only regains, is it 1d6 plus 1 or something? in the day?
Plus 1.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that's fine. It's kind of similar to having 3 charges that recharge every day. And she will look to you and say, "Hi, was the shy girl once?"
I look around. Is she talking to me?
Or at least, I was afraid to demonstrate how beautiful I was. Don't wait till it's past.
I wouldn't say it's past for you.
Appreciate that. Enjoy the ball, Miss Honeydew.
Thank you.
You can see that's unusually nice for pretty much anyone, really, other than the couple of people who always treat you well, like Cael and
Yeah.
Rosie and
A
such.
little strange.
Yeah, either she sees a connection or she really wanted that gossip.
Okay.
Is there anything anyone would like to do prior to the ball?
Ooh.
Is
When
Ragnar
times a
going
day.
to give anybody a flower?
Ragnar, only his mom.
We tried.
That's the day of the ball, though.
Yeah. All right.
How is the ball's like a couple of days away?
3 days.
2.
And technically,
3 days.
yeah, 2 nights, 3 days.
How many days is it until we pick up our outfits?
You'll pick it up on the morning of the ball.
Morning of the ball. Okay, that's a tight deadline, but okay. I think we can make it work.
Do we go to the ball like in any kind of fancy way, or is it literally just in the keep? So you don't have to actually travel to it.
Some people come from their noble estates in fancy carriages, but for the most part, it's in the keep. So
So
they
we
just
don't.
arrive.
There's
as
no
they go.
travel for
You're
it.
just going to walk downstairs.
Yeah. Okay.
The next night, so the night before the ball, in the middle of the night, I'd like to sneak away to the shrine.
Okay.
Hey. Now we're talking.
As you arrive, the Dancing Dryad, the place is in full swing.
Ooh.
You see that there are 2 men standing outside the door smoking and speaking to each other, who you will recognize to be Kenvar Ashwinter and Kieran Caraway. I suppose I should ping them out. And Kieran Caraway. The door is slightly open and you can hear the sounds of loud conversation, gentle music coming from inside.
This guy looks so evil.
Kenvar?
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
He does.
He's a notorious womanizer. He's not necessarily evil,
oh.
but he's
He looks evil, and the other guy looks like a Disney prince.
Exactly, they don't match.
no, they don't, and they wouldn't normally mix either.
I see.
Yeah, I will very shyly walk in.
As you go to walk in, you just hear, "Surely not." Oh my goodness, is he looking for half a woman? He's not going in, is he? Oh look, he's going in. I can't believe it. Is that Hugo Wildheart? Do you think he's had too much to drink? And Kieran sort of turns back and perhaps he's a little lost. What do you think? Maybe he's looking for an animal inside.
Oh,
Maybe he's here. Yeah, all of it. Maybe he's here to serve them. What do you think? The other one is Caelharin looks down when he's about the right height for sucking cock.
Oh, shit!
I very angrily march over to them.
Uh-oh.
Not mine. Caelharin just goes like this, like shooing you away.
And why are you out here? Do you have no business?
Currently taking a break. We've had dinner and we're about to move on to greater pleasures. Not that you know anything about those. Do they charge you double?
Wow.
Excuse me?
Well, you know, I mean, for some people, for some of the courtesans, it's pleasurable, but he looks you up and down. That's got to cost a bunch, hasn't it?
Well, how would you know what that is like?
Well, go on in then. We're all dying to see what happens.
Oh my god.
I run.
Perhaps I'll get the door for you.
Oh,
I run home crying.
Oh, man.
As you do, he's like, oh, look, scuttling away. He was never going to go in anyway.
Terrible. Oh, let me at him.
I'm aghast.
Well, I wasn't expecting you guys to get abused by nobles before you got to the ball, but well done!
Yeah, I mean, do you tell any of us that happened?
It was just Josh.
I told you guys. No, probably not.
Okay.
Aww.
Then it's the morning of the party.
Okay. And we will take a short break. We're back. Hello, hello. And welcome back to the Harvestide Ball. That's the morning of the ball. You may each retrieve your outfits. And I'm sure that you will probably all get dressed in your rooms and then meet together to descend together. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, except I got my flowers and give them to my mom first.
Yep.
Aww.
She is incredibly grateful. And she thinks that's very sweet. And she is very excited for you to attend the ball with your friends instead of with her.
I'm not excited for that.
And with that, as the group of you meet, first we have Cael in his ball outfit, all readied up with his nice pin. We have Olive, who has cheated and sewn a bear onto her skirt.
Yes, and dyed the bottom half.
My mom made me wear this.
Purple.
Yeah, we did that yesterday.
Yep.
Yep.
In the copper tub. Hugo, who's wearing a fez.
Got the fez.
Alex, who has actually conformed in every way, as she should have done, which is good. And Ragnar, who's wearing the outfit Mummy gave him, but seems to have misplaced his pin.
Aww.
I like that in character.
And, yeah.
No, I have the pin. I put it on the inside of my jacket.
Sorry, Jamal, what was that?
There is one other thing I'm going to be doing though, because I do have a little something extra. Yes, because I specifically picked a certain item from my list of point buys.
Go
I
on.
can make use of this thing.
Okay.
I have that cloak of many fashions, and I'm thinking of styling this as a hoodless cloak, very much in an intricate style of the current theme for the harvest.
Okay, so instead of a deep red with gold inlay, that sort of thing?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. So I can really go all out with at least while it's still not too hot wearing that damn thing, because wearing an overcoat, an undercoat,
it's harvest. It's not too hot.
Dress shirt,
and you've got open windows in the Great Hall, so that should be fine.
Okay, maybe I could make the cloak last a bit longer without getting too hot with the thing. But
the ball starts at 6 p.m. with a feast, followed by dancing. What time will you guys go down?
Starts at 6.
Whenever someone grabs me.
Well, you probably all got dressed about 4:30, 5 o'clock, getting ready. What time would you go down? Would you be bang on time?
Would it be fashionably late?
Yeah, what is fashionable?
That's a good question.
Give me a culture check.
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, I think I know what
Wow,
fashion is.
Cael. Okay, good work. I got a 9.
17.
Okay. Anybody higher than a 17?
25, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nice. With an at 20, you know that your parents very much encourage you to turn up on time. And from what you've seen, most of the higher nobles turn up on time.
Okay.
So I want to be.
You want to be?
guys
Time
wanna
it
be
as
late?
perfectly as I can.
Okay. Cool. So,
I'll go with the rest of you if you want to be.
as the group of you come down, you arrive at the feasting hall. As you look around, a few of the older nobles have already arrived. You will see the Lord Bantus and the Lady Felia are already present. Let's pop those out to you so that you are aware of them. Their golden eyes are intentional. They are ASMR. The Lord Bantus and Lady Felia are already present. Seated at the Lord Bantus's right hand is Diplomat Kurkan, and at the Lady Felia's left hand is Maldranik, who is the court mage. There is at Kurkan's right hand is Lorelei, who is dressed in a stunning dark gold dress. She sort of flipped the color scheme, so the dress is basically cloth of gold all the way down. It's the way it's corsted, it looks like armor over her chest. It's almost like a breastplate, followed by this flowing down gold, and then she has this sort of deep red inlay that you'll see as she moves her legs beneath the table. The dress opens a little bit, and you see that the inlay is dark red, and there are slits for her legs on both sides. At the moment, at Maldranik's left hand is Yuzure, who is the head of the Constellation Temple. Head of the Constellation, look at me with Mazreo. Head of the Cathedral, the temple. And she will probably retire sort of shortly after the meal. But right now she's there. She's dressed very much in her plain temple robes. And looking out over the proceedings. She seems a little bit in her sort of slightly dream world of her own. As you look round, you will see the Hallisburys are here, the Malavas are here, the Oldthorns are here, the Ashwinters are here, Count of Nariel is here, the Baroness and Baron Dandamar are here, Elizabeth's parents. As you all look round, give me a perception check. Who's proficient? Anyone who's proficient?
Yes, I am.
Must be.
Good lord, I didn't know Ragnar had proficiencies.
Always paying attention.
15.
18.
13.
I roll. The dice keeps rolling. And it
Four
rolls
of you are
really
proficient
well.
Rolling the same
in proficiency?
thing.
Love that. In perception,
25.
all of you look round, and no matter how hard you look, not one other young noble is here. It is incredibly fashionable for nobles to arrive on time. Established adult nobles. The young nobles will probably arrive
Okay, then
closer to
I like this
7:30.
for us.
You'll note that all around the ballroom, all around the Great Hall, are these lovely round red tables. So tables with these beautiful red covers and little nameplates at each place. Everybody has been seated in certain places. You've entered in at the back of the hall, and you'll see all these lovely tables, and then in the sort of on the left-hand side, you see this single sort of oaken table that's set a bit lower. It's sort of maybe just a little off the floor. You see a couple of spare stools have been placed around it, a chair, and it will catch your eye immediately because it has 5 seats at it.
Oh.
And it's your names. You are the only table that does not have a red tablecloth.
Do the nobles, do they look at us differently? Even Bantis, Felia, Maldranik, all of them?
Oh, yeah. The whole lot. Not all badly, but differently.
But
you're
they're not mean
clearly
to us, though,
outcast.
right?
Depends on the family. Sort of Lord Bantus, Lady Felia, Maldranik, Diplomat Kurkan would never be outwardly mean to anybody in public.
Okay, that's what I meant, yeah. I meant them specifically.
But the tutors have been picking on you for years. Yeah, absolutely. The whole court. Your families aren't treated that well, and you will note that a couple of them are sat on the lowest of tables. Cael's mother, the Wildhearts, and the Stormbanes are all sat on one table together. And quite embarrassingly, there's a little platform for the Wildhearts' chairs, so they can sit at the same table as the Stormbanes. There are 3 cushions piled on each of their chairs, so they're not treated great. But you guys, like, this is new. This is really like.
Well,
this is low.
What might be contributing to this is that ever since we got down here, Hugo has been using the ribbon to like a skipping rope and has been skipping everywhere we go.
I love that.
So that might also be contributing.
Yeah.
Can I scan like the other placards to make sure? Like, are there other people our age who were invited that are like nearby?
No.
Our table.
Each, you will find eventually the placards of the other young nobles. Fairly in the middle of the court. Many of the young nobles are sat at tables with other young nobles higher than your parents.
Well,
All right.
I'm just.
An old switcheroo's not gonna go unnoticed.
Oh no!
No, it's not.
Let's just embrace this. I'm gonna walk across like nothing strange and sit at the table.
Give me a dex save as you sit at one of the stairs.
Oh.
Is there food on any tables?
They're pranking us.
Not yet.
17.
Yeah. As you sit on one of these little 3-legged stools, it sort of tilts to one side briefly, but you sort of right yourself quite easily. It's very low. You'll note that all 5 seats are quite small. Alex can squeeze into one of these. Ragnar, like, it's going to be real difficult for you to sit at one of these tables.
Oh dear.
Seeing this, as you sort of head over the table, one of the servants will come over and will pull one of the heavier oaken chairs so you get all the way across the floor. And you do hear, oh, for goodness sake, from one of the nearby tables. As you go, as she pulls up this chair for you, Ragnar, she sort of says, "Here you go, sir."
Who are you?
I work here. I thought you might need a seat that
I know.
you needed.
What's your name?
Oh, that doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
She sort of smiles awkwardly and she scurries off. She does not want to be remembered for the girl who took pity on Ragnar Stormbane. And you will hear
He just thought she was scared.
You will hear from one of the nearby tables. He might as well have just sat on the table.
I hear him say that.
Give me a perception check, maybe.
Great question.
I'm rolling a d20. I just rolled 50.
Certainly, Alex did.
+2. Oh, a 4.
No. And as you sit down at the table, after a little while, somebody will bring over a tankard of water and fill up your glasses, and subsequently will place a pitcher of ale and a decanter of wine on the table. And the sort of young gentleman will look around to each of you and, meat or fish?
Meat.
Fish.
Meat, please.
Cael? Meat or fish? Don't think too hard, it's a 50-50. Fish it is. looks to you, Ragnar. Meat or fish?
Can I have both?
Good
How
question.
did I know you would say that, Ragnar?
One of each.
I'll ask. And he sort of heads off, and after a little while, somebody will come out bearing plates to all the tables, and just as this happens, various of the younger nobles start filtering on in. You will notice there is a little bit of a kerfuffle going on between 2 of the male nobles. You will see Rydian is coming in with his sort of right-hand man, Uldor. And Uldor is wearing an actual ball outfit, don't worry. I haven't made multiple ball arts for them. But his outfit is positively straining over his huge muscles. He's the muscle to Rydian's bullying. And as the 2 of them come in, you can see they're shoving one person between them. And sort of eventually you'll see Eldrin sort of spill out from the group, looking a little upset, a little distracted. And then he sort of glances over at your table as he's sort of being shoved away by Uldor.
I'm waving at him. Making a scene as they Eldrin.
I'm glaring at them as
He looks at you, and you just hear in your sort of like a whisper into your mind, Ragnar, don't be ridiculous. Put your hand down. We don't know each other. We don't like each other.
He was talking to me.
Oath. And he moves off and sits at a table. You will notice that Eldrin is one of the only nobles of age who is sat with his parents. The rest of you, however, will see that a little nearby, you will note Alamore, Wilhelm, and Kieran Carraway sat at one table with a couple of others, and Serena, Hallisbury as well. And then right way further up, there is a table where Rydian will sit with Uldor at his right hand and Kenvar at his left hand. And you notice there are 2 spaces at their table. After sort of a few minutes, there's a starter served, which is soup for all of you. And sort of the soup's been set down for about a minute. It is a carrot and coriander soup with a sort of granary roll. You're served last, so by the time the high table's been served and most of the other tables have been served, just before they get to you guys, 2 girls enter, looking absolutely spectacular. Clementine is in a deep red robe that goes all the way to the floor, with gold and brown filigree filtering through it, and Elizabeth is in a sort of off-the-shoulder dress. She's wearing a little sort of harvest tiara, and as you look at the dress, Olivia, you will note it is the exact dress that Rihanna tried to sell you. Barf. But it is in her size, and it is bejeweled all the way along the top.
Goodness.
You could wear the same dress.
As the two of them sort of sit down, they walk past and just say, "Oh, they're letting the peasants in now." As they look over at you.
We're here every year.
Oh, look! You've escaped from Mummy's skirts. I suppose with her height, it wasn't long before you couldn't fit under there. Oh, you've got your own little dress. Oh, did you sew it yourself? You know that the colours are red, gold, and brown, right? That's blue. And then she looks over at Ragnar, and that's blue. Same colour as the sky.
Don't you have somewhere more interesting to be?
No, it's black.
Anywhere is more interesting than passing by you, but I couldn't stop just to... Well, you know. To see how far the fall could be for one falling out of favour.
Great.
It's like they got you a toy table, she looks at Ragnar. And as they walk on past, do you say that out loud? Can you move?
Yeah, you're both you.
She sort of moves her hand out, and you and Hugo will both need to give me dex saves.
Oh God, Hugo, no. Why is Hugo involved in it?
Wait, what are they doing, sorry?
You're making a dex save.
Oh, why am I rolling on there? Oh,
hey.
Because you're succeeding. The table sort of rocks towards you, and the entire decanter of wine is just going to just pour itself right down your front, Olivia. You got a 14, right?
How did this happen?
Yeah.
You don't. You just saw Elizabeth sort of wave her hand, and the table shunted, and the decanter poured all the way all over you. You would know that there are magical items that allow casting of certain cantrips or simple spells. You know she's not magically trained. She doesn't train with Maldranic or with Lady Petronil. But she may have got an item or two that allows her to do that.
That's fine.
Can I flavor that the way I succeeded is that I, like, my knee-jerk reaction was to transform, so I turned into, like, my little spider. That's my life.
Oh, gross! Look at that! It's not even a proper spider. God, that's vile. Oh dear.
Your face is vile.
Sorry, did you speak?
Yeah, did you hear?
You do well to keep yourself silent. You're lucky that the Lord and Lady even entertain your peasant, giant-boned family.
Who says
Unless
I
you
have to be
somewhere else to
quiet?
What was that? Either one of you. Cael. Can I just point out that Well, I won't point out. I'll just say, like, as you say that, like, there's a very sort of, like, snarky look down at you, and your mother, Cael, will come over and go, Cael, quiet. Embarrass us in court. We can't afford that kind of attention.
I don't want to tolerate their snark.
You will do as you're told, or you'll leave. And your mother sort of walks away. You would know that, like, this, as, you know, I did try and point out before the campaign, right? You guys do need to buckle down under this at first, right? There will come a time where you may stand tall, but this ain't it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As as the four of you are sort of looking over, you will notice that Olive is just covered in wine.
Fine. It goes with my color scheme anyway.
It is red.
Yeah, and purple.
Come on, we can get you at least somewhat cleaned up.
I can handle this. And as steaming mad as I am, I'll repeatedly prestidigitate over and over again to
Roll me a d20.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is
End of campaign.
Oh no,
It'll be
here it
fine.
comes.
Period. You see the power of
Ooh, nat 20.
Nat 20? Jamal?
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Fantastic. Yeah, in your sort of seething anger, like, there's a bit of strange, like, coloured magic wrapping around your hand, and you, like, shove it down mentally, like you're having none of that right now. And as you clean the fabric of Olivia's dress, you will look over at the main high table, and you say, if we're all done... Maldranik goes quiet. And then the Lord Bantus will stand.
I nervously transform back into my regular form.
His eyebrow twitches slightly.
Surely they didn't want me to stay a spider.
Indeed. As you look around, the scent of clove and honey wine lingers in the air. You notice, sort of standing behind him, sort of the towering double doors that lead into the main, that lead out of the Great Hall. Golden banners sort of hanging between the marble pillars. As the musicians go quiet for a moment, and you look down the long stretch of tables, you'll see the servants sort of come out in their bronze and sage livery. Sorry, just going to turn the music down. And each one of them is sort of putting a little... it looks like a little pouch, a brown burlap bag with a little drawstring on each table in front of everybody. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to the Harvestide Ball. It has been a bountiful year for the Drathnor. And this music is really overly dramatic, and it is doing my head in. Shh! I will put on something a little more simple. I'm going to say, it has been with great pleasure that I would like to announce that this year, two of our most esteemed members of court have been invited to attend at the Royal Dance. And he will gesture outwards and say, Baron Elric, this is Elizabeth's mother, and Baroness Seraphine Dandemar, and Count Anariel. Congratulations. It is also with great pleasure that I would like to welcome in one of the most successful harvests of the year. You will all be relieved to know that I have decided against hiring a druid to bless this year's celebration, and instead I would like to invite our esteemed Mother Yuzure to speak some words. The mother stands and... Yes. Thank you for your time. Chauntea looks down with grace upon us all at this time of generosity, kindness, and sharing. Perhaps some more than others need to learn the lessons of sharing in the harvest's bounty. And some of us could do with learning some hard work. But I'm sure you don't want to hear all about that. You're here to enjoy yourselves. So, Chauntea's blessing upon the food that we eat today, the wine that we drink, and upon the coming year. She sort of nods and sits down. A few nobles very politely clap. She is boring, but at least she hasn't ruined the year's harvest or anything like that. As that settles down, you will see the Lord Banter sort of look over and his eyes settle on your table. It's also my duty to announce that we have 5 more children entering their first ball in adulthood, coming of age. Ragnar, Stormbane, Caelharin, Harringdon.
I raise my hand.
Alexandra, Rayan, Olivia, Honeydew, and Hugo, Wildheart. Welcome to the court of Drathnor. I'm sure you will do your best to do it proud. When you just hear, or at least not embarrass it completely, from a woman quite loudly halfway down the table. And then you just hear this shriek, yes! They found my rat! And she claps very, very loudly, Lady Petronil. She's very pleased.
Yes.
Yes, interruptions aside.
Our fan.
Interruptions aside, I'm sure you will do the court of Drathnor proud. Anyway, that's enough of business. On to pleasure. Please enjoy the food and enjoy the ball. And look at that, we're early, not late. We will come to the timeless edition of MVPs. We will go to Matt.
Oh, we're done just like that?
Mm-hmm. The ball itself will take place next week.
Okay, nice. A bunch of cool, great stuff happened this episode, but my MVP goes to the one thing I've been waiting for. It was to see Maldranic again.
Just a reminder, Mikyala has no idea who that is, apart from the court mage. So
all I said was, it's great to see him. Yeah,
it is great to see him back. And he spoke very briefly. Josh.
I mean, I really want to say the interaction with Hugo and the two
That's okay.
guys,
You can
but
say
it seems very like.
if you enjoyed it.
So instead, I will say meeting our bullies.
Mm.
I hope they want to become adventurers, and I hope we get to kill them.
Jamal.
I'm gonna have to give it to how completely fucking unhinged and completely arsehole-ish some of these noble kids are. They really need a good taking down a peg or 10. Especially the interaction with Hugo and how absolutely fucking crass they were. That was a bit extreme.
Elora.
Yeah, I also had the confrontation outside the Dancing Dryad on my list. That I'll give it to Hugo in the dressing store. I read about haggling. Are you available for that?
Yes, I like that. That was great. Mikyala?
I like Ragnar being a sweet boy getting flowers for his mom.
Yeah, that's very sweet.
And also Josh's description of the fez was so funny.
The small box hat that woman wore once.
Yeah,
you know?
We got there. Yeah, I've got a couple of minors. I really enjoyed Olivia and Lorelei. Lorelei is one of my favorite characters in any campaign ever. And there's no way for me to roleplay her because effortlessly graceful just isn't my style. But I was so glad to see her back personally. I really enjoyed Cael splashing out the cash on his pin. And it was nice to see you guys in your first bull confrontation, in your first noble confrontation. I'm sure many are to come, but in the meantime, that is where we're going to end. If you guys would like to say goodbye,
Goodbye.
Bye.
we shall see you soon.